What's up, VIPKID teachers? It's Teacher Steph coming at you with my week 3 roundup. It has been 22 days since I joined VIPKID, and I am having a freaking blast. I know in my last video I kind of went into some of the things that I've been experiencing, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to just do a little weekly vlog. I don't know if I'm gonna do it every single week, but we'll see. A weekly vlog as to some of my experiences that I've come across in VIPKID. So this week was pretty eventful, I would have to say. First thing I did was get my MC Trial 3.0 certification. That was one of my goals when I first started, so I'm glad I can check that off my list. I have started to get a few trial spots booked, just a handful. I think I've done 3 so far. I have not quite jumped into the short notice booking yet. I opened up a few for tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I'm still very much needing that prep time. I want to know what I'm gonna be teaching so I can freaking rock my class. So, still kind of testing the waters there. Number 2, I got an email from VIPKID asking me to be a substitute teacher.
Substitute teacher.
So I thought about it. I asked Instagram what they thought. I did a lot of soul searching to figure out, do I really want to do this? Because number 1, I'm new. If I become a substitute teacher, I am going to have to hop in at the last second and teach a class that I have maybe never seen before, or at least not have very much prep time, maybe 15 minutes, maybe. So I thought to myself, oh, do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? I asked so many people online. I got a few people that said, yes, go for it. It's amazing exposure. You get to make connections with new people. You get to kind of really test your teaching chops. And I had another side that said, you gotta be really careful if you like to prep. This is not gonna give you any time to do that. There has been some bad experiences about getting teacher no-shows. Say, for example, you open up a slot and you're still teaching a class. You have to be in your substitute teaching classroom 15 minutes ahead of time. Now, there may have been some changes because in the email that I got from VIPKID, it said that as long as you go into the class, example here, say you have a class at 6 o'clock and you're scheduled to be a substitute teacher at 6:30 p.m. If you go into your substitute teaching classroom at 6:30 and say, hey, I'm ready and available to teach, they understand that you're not going to be able to be in that classroom 15 minutes before because you're going to still be wrapping up your class prior, right? There has been some negative vibes or negative energies, teachers getting no-shows because they weren't in that classroom 15 minutes before. So people were giving me some warnings about that, and I really appreciate that. I think the more you know, the more you can make an informed decision. Knowledge is power. So anyways, I did some soul searching and I thought, okay, what the hell? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it out. I thought VIP is providing me this opportunity and I wanna show that I am in the game. I'm in the game. So what you do to become a substitute teacher, they send you this doodle poll. And so I filled out this doodle poll giving them my availability. Because of some of the warnings that I had gotten about teacher no-shows, I decided, well, I'm gonna offer times that I'm not teaching before. There are particular times that you can enter in this doodle poll. Yes, I'm available at this time. It was also really tricky because it was all in Beijing time. So I had to convert it to Pacific time zone. And that was tricky. I had out my little time conversion, I don't know what you call it, website, and I'm typing in the Beijing time and I'm looking at my time, I'm looking at my schedule, and I'm trying to figure it all out so that I can give myself, just kind of have this be my dedicated sub time. Because I'm dipping my toes in the pool, right? I'm not just jumping in, I'm not cannonballing in or anything like that. I'm gonna give it a try. So anyways, I put in 2 slots. That's it. I only put in 2 slots. And then they tell you, okay, we're gonna receive all of this information and then we will email you back if your time is guaranteed. And what that means is as long as you are there, as long as you send them a message saying, hey, I'm available, I'm here to teach, right, 15 minutes before or earlier, you're guaranteed payment for that classroom, whether you sub or not. So I thought, what the hell, try it. It's a little extra money. I'm gonna get to teach or not. And I think I'm kind of getting the flow of the classes now to the point where I could prep pretty quickly. As long as I had 15 minutes, I could prep. I could grab, I got all my props. I kind of know where everything is. I could prep something pretty quickly, I think. And plus, you're only going to substitute for the levels that you're certified. I'm not going to be teaching, I'm not certified to teach level 4 or level 5 or anything like that. So it's not like I'm going to be teaching those classes. I'd be teaching level 2, level 3, I guess maybe an MC trial. My times weren't accepted. So I'm not a substitute teacher this week. They sent out another email in the future if they need substitute teachers. So I gave them a try and it didn't, I'm not a substitute teacher this time, but at least it shows that I am interested and they can come to me, for future needs. So I like it. Number 3, I did a bunch of workshops. I've been wanting to do the marketing workshop since day 1. I have mentioned in my Instagram, I think in my last video too, how obsessed I was in regards to looking at and consuming content regarding my bio, my video, my pictures, all those sorts of things. So I took the marketing workshop. I've gotten a lot of the information already. Check out Teacher Michael's YouTube channel if you haven't already. He has got wonderful resources. He does these critiques of other people's bio and their video, their intro video. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. It's really, really useful and very helpful. Plus he gives you kind of a formula, how to make it work, how to kind of get that flow and all of that. So check that out. Also, on another note, if you haven't checked out Teacher Michael's podcast, you can see my episode. It aired on Monday the 14th. So check that out. It's all about being a new VIPKID teacher and what you go through, the craziness that you go through during the hiring process and these initial first days of teaching. So I took the marketing workshop and it was great. You put in your video, you put in a picture of your profile picture, and the teacher I took from Teacher Stephen, and he gives you little critiques, and it was awesome. So that was helpful, very useful. He gives you some suggestions on lighting, tech equipment, and things like that. If you need some help with getting a professional looking bio picture, he has a resource for you too, so go check that out. It's a good workshop. I also did the Writing Effective Feedback workshop, and that was also very enlightening. I had watched Teacher Tina's video recently in regards to how to write effective feedback, and I had really enjoyed what she had shared about providing homework. She was actually talking to a parent and an employee, a VIPKID, about what parents want to see in their feedback. And so I had learned it's really great to provide some homework for the student. They kind of touched on that in the workshop. Some of the things that I learned. Number 1, use your stage name when you are signing off on your feedback. That makes sense because, Teacher Stephanie, I'm actually Teacher Stephanie BIF as my stage name, but I tell the kids I'm Teacher Steph. It's just much easier to say, right? Sign off with your stage name so that if that parent wants to rebook with you, they know where to find you. Otherwise, you're gonna get lost in this sea of Teacher Stephs and Teacher Stephanies, and they won't be able to find you. So use your stage name so people can find you. Number 2, thank Mom and Dad for choosing you. There are 70,000 VIPKID teachers and they picked you. So say thank you. Thank you for letting me teach your son. Thank you for choosing me to be your teacher. I appreciate it. And I thought that was really awesome. And then using the praise feedback sandwich. So you tell the kid, great job. You did excellent at this. You give them some homework. You tell them the things that need to work on it for your next class, and then you give them more praise. Fantastic job. I love teaching. You're a wonderful kid. You're very smart, excellent student, whatever it is. Feedback sandwich. Praise sandwich. Love it. Great, 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 great. That was great. That was a great workshop. Another thing that I learned, I thought for whatever reason, whatever you put in your brackets does not get translated. Not true. It does. Everything gets translated. The brackets or the quotes or whatever, everything in between that is still going to get translated. It just makes it much more easily identifiable for the parents to go back and say, oh, this is what we need to learn. It's clear, right? It's between the brackets. Those were new things that we learned in class, and those are the things that we need to practice, but still translated, which is kind of a bummer. It would be nice to still have it in English, but that's what I learned in the workshop too. Let's see, what else did I take? I took unit assessment and final assessment course, workshop as well, and that was great. Provides you kind of information on how to grade those unit assessments, those UAs. It always cracks me up when I say UA because I think of something completely different being in the medical field. But UAs and final assessments, how to grade those, how to provide feedback, how to still give rewards and be, make it a celebration. So that was a great little workshop as well. So I learned a ton this week. Plus my teaching numbers have continued to increase. I'm hoping that getting those MC trial certification, I'll be able to add some trials in some of those spots that aren't booking. But I'm looking forward to next week. I know it's crazy right now with Chinese New Year. Kids are off at school. People are traveling all over the place. And so a lot of people, I've heard a lot of feedback from teachers saying that their bookings are down. Well, that's why. So not to worry. It'll pick back up. And I'm looking forward to that. Thank you guys for listening in on my week 3 roundup. Please send me a comment below if you enjoyed today's video, if it was helpful to you. And don't forget to click subscribe to continue to listen and learn all about VIPKID, the VIPKID world, and especially VIPKID from a newbie's lens. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.